similar to what game number 1 has to offer. The only thing that I actually expected our panel to talk about, how many games do you think 33 has officially? Wait a second here, as Bo3 will die.
That's it.
How many games do you think 33 has of Kunkka is in his entire professional career? Yes.
I would say 200.
Oh, 200. Well, you were off by 200 because this is first official Kunkka match of all time. And I'm just a bit self-conscious about this because, you know, he's a formidable player, but when I see him playing heroes really, really well, I think, you know, he plays 35 pubs of something, he learns how it works, and he finds a way that no one actually thought about how to play. You know, this is kind of a first for him officially, so very curious to see how he sees the hero, how he's going to itemize. To me, that's the only thing that kind of pushes me from saying that they're taking this 100%.
Okay, I can see that. I mean, it is 33, and he is more renowned for playing the micro heroes like the Peacemaster, like Broodmother, those kind of nasty heroes. So it's not too surprising he doesn't tickle the Kunkka that often. But in this current patch, those heroes are not as good as you would want them to be. But again, you know, it's 33. He's one of the best offlaners in the world. Jumping really onto Miposhka top lane, taking a lot of damage. He's even being body blocked by Yatoro by accident there. And first blood gets secured. Techies is pretty disgusting.
Very, very nice here for the lane of Liquid. I really like this Invoker response into Leshrac. I think later into the game, Leshrac doesn't really care about Invoker. But mana is such an important asset for Leshrac early on that having this Quasi-X Invoker just constantly draining Laurel means that you either force into rotations, or if you stay mid, you cannot rotate because you're going to be out of resources.
I'm a little bit afraid. Both sides have pretty decent, actually pretty good team fight. You got like Vacuum, Wall, Avalanche, Split Earth, plus the Wukong's Command, Crystal Maiden ulti. That's their entire Wombo combo on Team Spirit team. Liquid, though, they have a pretty nasty one as well. If you get the shard on the Voker with the EMP drag on top of the whole water park combination that 33 will definitely be going for, you can have a disgustingly strong team fight from the Radiant side as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I love the combo that they have. I think that, you know, Luna became really popular, not only because of her shard, but how the run buff synergizes with that as well, just stacking that damage reduction. A lot of things in Dota don't stack additively, but damage reduction does work that way. So it is incredibly potent in those mid-game and late-game fights.
Bottom lane, Mickey trying to have a better laning stage than he had last game, which should be the case. It is a double range against double melee matchup. Should normally be pretty comfortable unless, you know, you make a horrible mistake and the Tiny gets on top of you with the ion shells.
And that's also Mira carrying a blood grenade here, so once they get level 3, gotta be very careful because they can run you down either with the Surge or the Vacuum, depending on how they decide to play.
Still hasn't chosen yet, is keeping that extra point for Vacuum or Surge, depending on if he has a kill potential going in his favor. Hero's doing a lot of damage to Insania by just chasing him with that big old tree.
Oh yeah, it is kind of surprising how Tiny, this you know, 3-throw Tiny started to become popular. It felt like in the past, everyone thought of Tiny of this really weak laner. But especially because you can kill couriers, it feels pretty good, honestly. This hero had a glow up in recent times.
I do like the change where melee can one-shot couriers.
Yeah.
It's a nice change up in how it used to work.
Yeah, Tiny never really suffered about it because he has a lot of damage, but I think, you know, Bounty Hunter, there's a lot of those unorthodox position 4s that can now just kill couriers every day because of that change. It was pretty good.
He got blood grenaded, but he has 15 magic wand charges, so you're not going to kill him easy whatsoever. Collapse just going to be pulling the creep wave behind. ring around the rosy play. Team Spirit 1k net worth advantage currently, but it's all spread evenly between all the heroes here, because you don't see any lane incredibly dominant over the other.
Yeah, I guess bottom lane is probably the one with the biggest discrepancy here. Collapse is struggling a little bit. After all, 2 melee versus 2 range. But I think this is the timing where Spirit starts to get very scary. You cannot play out of position. You have to be full HP. So Mick even has, I think, a courier bringing him boots, actually. But they need regen in this lane for sure. If you are like 50% HP, you can be run down.
Laurel in the mid lane. This time around, it should be a bit easier for him to play the game as compared to last game, where honestly, half the heroes that the enemies had could just counter him, because if you get rid of Windrun, you die.
Yeah.
Leshrac, Bloodstone, BKB, you just go. Don't care about anything the enemy throws at you. Bottom lane, Bo3 TP's in, Collapse in a bit of trouble, does have the surge, trying to run away, stun into kill. Gets secured. Mira was just a little bit away from that avalanche to try and interrupt that chase down, but Mira now himself in a lot of trouble here. Stun comes out. Luna also went for 2 points in Lucent Beam on Mickey, so really aggressively trying to win this lane.
Yeah, and they are succeeding, not only CS-wise, but now with those kills. Liquid definitely looking very dominant here in the lane stage. Something that they were doing in a lot of these games, but they struggled to transition that into the mid game. And this time, you know, Quasvex Invoker, Venge and Techies, they're gonna have really decent levels. This is looking very promising. The Wisdom Rune is really the one thing they have to be careful about, so that Spirit doesn't, you know, maybe snatch 2 of those like we saw Liquid do game 1. That is the one thing that could change the mid game for Liquid.
Mira. EMP not going to be able to connect. It is a pretty tanky hero. Is he going to be able to run away? Tornado slows him down. The chase is there, and the Tiny will die with the last hit for Nietzsche. That's a nice way to get him a bit recovered, because he was struggling against Laurel in that mid lane match. Even though last hits looked pretty close, it seems that Evoker had to buy a bit more regen than his counterpart, who was happy with just the bottle.
When look at that, Collapse knows that there's no TP on this Tiny. So he needs to get this rune, or else Mira's gonna be level 3 for a long time. Can Insania somehow take it though? He might be fast enough. I think he's gonna be...
Oh, he drags him right on top of it. Thank you very much, he says. There is no vacuum either. And Liquid, 2 games in a row. Yoink, 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 steal the Wisdom Runes away.
This is awful for Spirit. Tiny. You know, he is a hero that relies a lot in gold, but you still don't want to be level 3 minute 7. You know, just having those points in Avalanche, having... top lane. Never mind here.
Well, there's the drag back. No problem just yet for Yatoro. His lane is going perfectly. This Kunkka, no level 6 means no kill threat just yet. However, with Insignia on level 5 in this top area, it does get a little bit more scary.
Yeah, pretty similar game to game 1. Like, you have the net worth advantage on Spirit, but the supports on Liquid are doing much better as Laurel.
Laurel, mana gets drained. Suicide jump in from Bo3. Laurel dropping low. The sun comes out. The kill gets secured. And Insania doesn't exactly know where he needs to run. Gets a little bit juked there. Mira wants to get the toss back, which should be possible. Actually lifts him up with the creep on top of him. Will get the toss down, and Yatoro gets a double kill with that Monkey King rotation towards mid. So a good recovery in losing their mid laner.
Huge rotation from Yatoro. This is a game where Laurel was having a great time. Being able to punish what Liquid is doing is just going to propel him even further in this lane. Already a level ahead of 33. And, you know, 33, he's not doing well net worth-wise, but this is a lane that he's not supposed to win. So it's still pretty good that he actually not only didn't die, but got a kill.
He will be, of course, deadly now. His level 6 has been achieved. Mickey in a bit of trouble. Will be running underneath the towers area. Mira drops dead. And that wall is beautifully red right there. So he's got some nice, expensive skins on Collapse.
Is that a Crimson item? I've never seen
that.
a
Has
wall.
to be Crimson. Yeah, I've never seen the red wall either, so it has to be a Crimson item.
Yeah, that has to be a really rare one as 33 gets chased, but should be just fine.
Actually going to be a Gleipnir Monkey King.
Okay, I mean, they are lacking a little bit of catch, and this time is having an awful game, so I'm not opposed to it either. Just having the vacuum into Gleipnir seems pretty strong. Yeah, I mean, I think it's okay. I don't really play Monkey King as... Oh, cancels the Splitter of Animation.
Yeah, there's Yatoro. His mana does get drained. Nisha still trying to run away, but... Nice blast off coming out from Bo3. The Avalanche in response. Will they kill off Nisha? Yes, they will. 33 is here. Has the ghost ship coming through for the Laurel kill. Can he get it secured? Yes, he can. And runs away with the run buff. They get 2-for-1 trade. Yatoro pump fakes himself. That Wukong's command, but it will not be a continuation of the fight. A 2-for-1 trade. Yes, they lose Nisha, but they'll definitely take that as a dub on the side of Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, that's Laurel dying again, Yatoro surviving. So he is in this position where he's kind of becoming this, at least for now, the only core that is playing from ahead. I think the network from Last Strike is still pretty good, but this is a hero that doesn't really want to be dying that much. He wants to be snowballing in the fights, so we'll see if Lara's going to be able to recover here. Very close to his use after at least.
Isha closing up on towards that spirit vessel, so yeah, already having accounted for the possible bloodstone later down the line.
Mid lane push as well. They have Alacrity on the catapult, and Laro definitely don't want to die here with no TP. You gotta be very careful in how you approach this defense.
I love the fact that Liquid, as you mentioned previously, has been focusing on making sure Nisha has a good time, because these Insania and Bo3 have been roaming around that mid lane the entire time to try and keep him alive.
Yeah, they're doing a much better job, I think, but Spirit, they want to kind of mirror that. Need a toss into a Frostbite for this? What's the play? Kind of awkward initiation they have.
Look at Insania's position. He's just there to tank the smokes.
Yeah, really good. Has a ward as well.
Of collapse, and they will get the catch on the Poshka, knowing they're going to be a little bit greedy. This is such a heads-up play. But
bottom lane though.
Nika in trouble. He's actually dropping quickly to the double Ion Shell, and Nika is going to be the one that has to pay the price.
Very nicely done there. Perfect execution. They wait for the toss. They keep the Luna in the. Oh, they find Mira.
They kill Mira is the big question. Oh, that's a good timing. Xmark not going to be able to reach in time. He is still level 1, and the torrent was too slow on the pop. So the TP out of there. That is. I mean, they lose their Crystal Maiden. They get themselves the Luna. That's a big old trade.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Mira, had such a good, rough start. Now getting close to his Blink Dagger. Not a great timing, but not dying there definitely helps in reaching that, as we do see Yatoro already with his Maelstrom in the top lane. Highest, or very close to... Yeah, he is the highest net worth, having a really good time.
And Maelstrom done, Collapse is going for the auras. Guardian Greaves is his plan afterwards. The Pipe of Insight. All the beautiful aura gaming tools that are required. He knows that all he has to do is keep the Lash and the Monkey King alive, and they will have enough damage to clear this Radiant side. They're not the tankiest on the side of Liquid.
Yeah, they really aren't. They rely heavily on this Luna Shard on the boat. And that's the type of game where if you kill 33 before he pops his Rum, the fight's pretty much over. Like, you need to have that. Whereas in Spirit, they're gonna have Pipe and Greaves. Oh, TP top here. Yatoro looking.
Isha, I mean, he really wants to kill off Yatoro, but it's a hard kill to make. Especially with only the techies nearby.
Good deny in the mid lane though. Lara will be able to... Wait, oh, he doesn't deny it. Okay. Thought that was a free one, but they will keep it alive for now.
Mira, toss back onto Laurel. They also have the vacuum wall to use. Ghost Ship comes through. The wall gets placed onto 33. Collapse is actually trying to disengage. They're dodging and weaving all across the fight, so no one stacks. Oxy can't get the connection he needs. EMP keeps Mira on the side away, but there's the Monkey King. Yatoro coming in. Wukong's command onto 3, and a great boundless strike catch as well. Nisha, Voker, will he be able to disengage? Goes into invis mode, but Yatoro jumps forward. Tap, tap, he says, with his big long stick, and the double kill secured for the Monkey King.
What a clutch fight from Spirit. They bait the Tiny in the low ground. Yatoro connects beautifully. His rotations have been on point. He is really delivering here because I feel like Spirit, pretty much every other lane struggled. Laro had a decent lane, but he got killed a couple of times. If he was not being this active, I think they would be struggling much more on Spirit. So kudos to him. To me, he's already the MVP for this match. At least on the Spirit side, if they take this.
In the early game, Monkey King pretty aggressive in his approach. On the other side, Mickey, he knows he needs some items. It's a Luna. Normally, you wait until you get probably your BKB after plus shard, and then you take a fight, but might be forced to fight a little bit sooner this time around. Nisha towards mid, in trouble, Collapse charging forward, has the vacuum dragged back. In comes the Monkey King. There he is, a little tree! Chasing after his opponents, Insania is going to get control. The 5-man move comes out from Team Spirit, looking for Bo3, who's going to have to blast off all the way towards home and run out of there. There is just no TP on 33. The Luna is not there just yet to take a fight.
Cute play from Spirit. They try to bait the tier 1 tower, so the Invoker uses his 4 spirits to take it. He was 1 hit away from dying, but Spirit only got a support kill from this, so I still feel like it's worth it, as in the bottom side 33 solo. They do have a ward.
Yatoro chilling in the trees, but they don't have an observer themselves. And Senior's still looking for him with the wave of terror. Jump to the side. He knows that they spotted him, and he'll disengage out of there. So he keeps 3 enemies occupied. In the meantime, 33 towards mid. Very low in HP, but his Axe is now done. Nisha is also done. Taken down. Blink Dagger's done on Mira. And it will be a 4K net with lead so far for Team Spirit.
Still a pretty close game. I think this 4K goal lead helps Spirit, but the mid-game potential of this Luna is going to be crazy with Alacrity, Run buff, the Shard, as they find an Insania, and he's probably dead.
Insania not having a superb time. Any single time he gets spotted up, Mira from now on will be a death on him. Mickey needs to run away. There's going to be the Split Earth on top of each other. They go. In comes the Torn Storm, though. The response is huge. Collapse is trying to run away. Nisha right-clicking from the side. And they have no Monkey King to fight with them this time around. Crystal Maiden, ulti on top. They will find the kill. Ghost Ship comes out from 33. They will find Laurel in response. And now it's the 2 supports that are left trying to run away. And Senior will be able to TP through as well to look for Miposhka that he tends to find. In the meantime, Yatoro has been running all across the entire map to try and rejoin his teammates. Wukong's command comes down, and Senior is going to get rooted inside the Wukong's 2-man catch with the boundless strike. Now Yatoro needs to be a little bit careful himself because he is out of mana and very close to out of HP. They won't be chasing him any further.
Yeah, this is the first time he actually took a little bit longer to connect, but in his defense, he was very far away from that fight. So a bit greedy from Spirit in a way. Amazing Torrent Storm from 33. They got so much out of it. They hit both cores in that initiation, and that's how they were able to withstand. And we saw how the run buff, the tier 2 tower armor, allows Spirit to take those nighttime fights onto the Luna. Still a perfect game from this Yatoro Monkey King, though. He is still doing really well. Is Miposhka?
Miposhka gonna get blown up. Bo3 gets the kill. Yeah, in that fight previously, it might have actually gone completely different if 33's Ghost Ship was off cooldown. That was a bit of a problem. It came in pretty much after his teammates were already dead. Oh, Insane Yakat on one side. Mira will be the second support to lose his life from the dire side, but there's the Yules holding in place. The Kunkka has the ghost ship. Needs to use it to try and disengage. There are enemies all around him. Run buff, movement speed increase. Can he get out of there? The chase from Yatoro. Two-man route. Jumping onto 33, takes down the Kunkka, and the next one is gonna be Nisha. Yatoro is on freaking fire. Unstoppable right now. The 6-0-4 score on the Monkey King.
Yeah, that's the difference. In this fight, you find a Kunkka by himself. He gets the bolt only on him, and it's much easier for Spirit to run down. When Liquid are in formation, that's when these fights aren't as easy. So it's really gonna be on Liquid to try and get a little bit tighter in the map. If they spread too much, I think it really allowed, like the line of Spirit, they have really fast heroes with Tiny Blink and a Darkseer. You're always gonna be able to drag them, to run them down until there's BKBs available, and this Invoker went for a Midas, so that's far away. Kunkka is going for an Aetherlands, so that's not happening. And even Mike pretty far from his as well. So the timing now on Spirit, I feel like, despite the fact that Luna has the better, Liquid has the better team fight, it's hard for them to, they just have to play together, and thus they're not gonna farm these timings they need.
Mira gets the catch, drops back Bo3, who is surrounded by adversaries, will be taken down. Thornstorm comes out, Ghost Ship as well onto Yatoro. That's a huge kill. If they can secure it, the Sunstrike, he's actually going to stand still. Yatoro, one more right click, taken down. He tried to heal with the Boundless Strike there onto the creep, but is going to get taken down, and a huge kill secured. Laurel lifted up in the sky, bomb down below. He gets taken down by 33, looking for Collapse as a fourth kill here. Possibly and definitely coming in. It was a buyback force out on the Radiant side, but my god, that again, 33 Storm, perfect on the mark.
Exactly, and that's a fight where Liquid are together. So you're diving into two. They had already 3 heroes there, the other ones connect, and Spirit just being a bit too greedy. Especially Yatoro, he was really close to his BKB. I think he had like 1100 gold before he died. Definitely Spirit jumping the gun slightly. Fortunately for them, you know, there's still tier 1 towers in the top and bottom lane for Spirit. So it's not like Liquid can Rosh or force Rosh. They have the lineup for it. They just don't have the map control available. Oh, as I say that though, is this a possible Rosh play?
Mira, oh, this is dangerous. Grabbing Lotus Pools gives away your position.
Oh, yeah.
And Nisha knows Mira's here. And they're going to go in for the Tiny. Laurel is in the area as well, but will not help out. Mira will be taken care of. And 33 is getting closer towards his own Bloodstone. Because, of course, Laurel has his one secured already, but that Kunkka's Bloodstone is also going to be nutty.
Oh, yeah, that AoE definitely going to make things a bit harder, as they will go for a Tormentor here on the side of Liquid. I probably want the Venge. But the Techies is not terrible.
They're actually both amazing. I think that's the reason why you love those two support heroes, because both their shards are just insane.
It really feels like supports right now are kind of dictated by how good their shards are, unless they are broken by, like, just by being good from level 1.
Yeah, Mira's the Tiny shard's terrible for for a support.
Yeah.
Crystal Maiden one though, that one is actually really good.
Yeah, I think it's a 7.5 for me. The Venge is like a 9. Techies is an 8.5. It's pretty good some games, kind of bad in other games. I think Venge is like always good. You're never sad that you have a second stun that just bounces off the original one. Oh, Rosh attempt though. Spirit, cheeky.
Spirit is gonna take it. They knew that, of course, Liquid TP'd away to get that Tormentor, and it is dropping pretty quickly. That's a good shard to pick up for probably the Aegis for the Lesh, I would assume, because Yatoro has the BKB at the ready.
Oh, they're gonna know. There's a ward in the high ground here for Spirit. They know exactly what's happening. This Rosh is already way too low. Sunstrike's too late.
Yeah, but they need to be careful that they don't still drop dead after they pick up the tools. There's going to be a jump in, toss back, kill onto Bo3. No buyback available. The rest of the team, are they going to go back in? Laurel is out of mana currently. And they will disengage on the side of Liquid, or at least attempt to. Tornstorm flying through Ghost Ship as well. Keep them at bay. Everything. Throw the kitchen sink at them. to try and make your way out of there. But Yaturu is so fast on that monkey, still chasing down. 1 second for the Gleipnir, will be able to hold down Insane. He's going to swap to the side, maybe see if he can keep them distracted. They will get themselves a double kill and look for the high ground push.
Damn, alright. It felt like Liquid was bouncing back and Spirit out of nowhere. Looking so good. They get the split earth on Misha and good initiation.
Great catch, making for spot the BKB, but he's dropping in seconds. Tornado keeps him alive, gets him back, but his BKB is going to be on cooldown when he returns.
There is a Bloodstone on 33 now, so he's next Storm. That AoE might be the difference maker. Spirit, they know they pressured enough. So, yeah, I mean, Liquid's teamfight still amazing. Look at the amount of spell lifesteal they have on Kunkka as well, with the Vampire Fangs and the Bloodstone. If they can bait 33 into a fight where he gets the Bloodstone off with all those spells, he gets deceptively tanky.
Hey, look, Monkey King is looking to get Revenant's Brooch. What a surprise.
Huh. Oh, that is one I haven't seen in competitive.
Got baited by an illusion there. Yeah, I guess Boundless Strike.
Yeah, and even the OT, right? I'm assuming it works on your boys.
If you have Axe, does that work?
I would assume it does.
That is a demo kind of thing that I'm gonna have to test after this game.
Yeah, hopefully
our heroes can all use Revenant's Brooch. Yay!
Hopefully our panel of very capable talent will maybe give us the answer here, as we cannot know for sure. But I mean, I'm assuming if he's going for it, it has to work, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna go for this if it only works on Boundless, I think.
Yeah, probably.
I would assume it works on Wukong. Is a bit too long.
Oh, Mickey pushing top. There's a monkey. There's a tree running at him. But in response, takes a lot of damage. Needs to be careful himself. His BKB is not going to be on cooldown. Mira jumped forward, trying to get the Insane to toss back.
Oh, no.
Actually, X-Mark used by 33 to make sure that Insane gets dragged back in case he gets jumped. Suicide jump from Bo3 coming forward. Blink out from Collapse, and they're going to need to disengage on Team Spirit. Or are they going back in? There's a surge thrown out onto Laurel. They're looking for a fight here.
This fight is hard. It's a nighttime Luna fight. You don't have any vision. Even if you hold the high ground, this is still not that easy.
Looking at a whole area of different directions where they want to jump you.
Look at those illusions just gathering a lot of vision here. Liquid. Alright.
They're on the run, and Team Spirit do manage to get out. But net worth-wise, this game is even Stevens.
And I think in general, Liquid has been really good at kind of baiting Spirit into these small skirmishes where they don't get a lot out of their ages. Like, even getting these ages felt kind of like a miracle for Spirit, and now they barely got to use it as this Luna is getting stronger and stronger. Already has Shard, already has BKB, and
Laurel taking a lot of damage there. But as you mentioned, has that age. In comes the Eclipse, though, looking for Collapse. He knows that that's the target. Collapse is dead. Laurel is going to lose his first life. In a second, keeps himself alive a little bit longer, but can they go for more? In comes Yatoro, though. It gets lifted immediately by a 33 catch on that Torrent Storm, and Yatoro is a huge target to lose. Maposhka in trouble. There's a wall still blocking them, but Bo3 jumping with the suicidal attempt. In return, Laurel, can he get the damage onto Mickey? Yes, he can. Mickey will falter. Misha is close to no spells, needs to get something useful to try and disengage, and that will be the Invis. Insane and 33 still alive and kicking, but that split earth damage range is insane with the Bloodstone. 33 still on the run. Laurel is dropped, losing mana quickly, though. That is dangerous. EMP, he's going to be out of mana. There's nothing the Lesh has left. Bloodstone does not regain mana anymore these days, and now Mira is trying to disengage. Tornado holds him in place. Nisha survived through all of this, and 33 as well, who is running around with like 10 HP. Mira versus Nisha. Toss up, kill secured. Mira with a nice little tumble roll walks away from that fight. And who was the victorious team?
I think it's Liquid. The Aegis wasn't really used for much. Yeah, you killed this Luna, but I think the game stayed still the same. Spirit kind of pressured. Like, it's not like their draft is bad in the late game, but I really believe into this 5-man of Liquid. which means that if Spirit didn't really get anything out of the second Aegis, it just keeps buying time for the Luna to get bigger. That was a fight with Luna not having her 20. Once that is up, we just saw how much damage the Alacrity was doing. Imagine how it's gonna look like in a couple of minutes. It just gets incredibly strong here for Mike. So, yeah, I do feel like Liquid benefits, even if ever so slightly.
That was also a fight, though, without the BKB done on the Leshrac, and now you do have to deal with Laurel, Leshrac, BKB running in that fight. It took them forever to try and kill off the Lesh.
I mean, even 33, right? I think he survived with like 50 HP, and that was all his lifesteal of the Bloodstone and the Vampire Fangs, allowing him to regain a little bit of that HP. I wouldn't be mad about a Shivas on Lara eventually. Like, you have this Luna that has lifesteal and a freaking Paladin Sword, and right now there's no Skadi nor Shivas there to reduce it. So these long fights are benefiting Liquid a lot.
It's getting to pretty scary territory, because on one hand, you're going to have to deal with Kanda Luna. On the other hand, the Laurel Shard is going to be pretty obnoxious. Nisha in the trees. Ooh! Gets the TP out in time. That would have been an even bigger kill. And the Boxy will be taken down. The Gleipnir dodge there is pretty big for Nisha to get himself all the way back.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you, by the way. What were you saying?
Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the shard from the Lesh is probably one of the most insane shards for a team fight. And
Yeah,
it's
it
coming up
really
soon.
is.
That's going to be really hard to deal with. Beam
those
splashing around
vacuums.
Roche.
Oh, they find Mr. Laro here.
Hit
Who
by the
found who,
torrent.
actually?
Yeah, Nisha. Vacuum
they
back
find him.
by collapse. Can he get away? He's trying to disengage. They have no gem. But he can chase him down. Laurel knows where he is thanks to the Diabolic Edict on the floor, scouting out the Invis targets. That is disgusting.
Two-legged abomination as they get that kill. Roche not too far from spawning, but I think you pressure this. You definitely want to poke, ideally force this Invoker buyback into then resorting back to the Roshan pit. We'll see how much they're going to pressure. They didn't really use anything but the Wukongs, I think.
Well, Boxy is placing a bunch of mines, and they do have a Vengeful Spirit. So there's a nice combination. Mira's actually going to jump forward. X-Mark to drag back Boxy out of harm's way. The swap onto Laurel, put him in an uncomfortable spot, but he has a BKB. He doesn't really care about your whole Torrent Storm shenanigans, looking for the Insania kill, which he will find. So his BKB is now ended, and that's going to be an immediate buyback from the two heroes that dropped. Laurel is in a world of hurt. Surge, can he get himself out of bed? The Glimmer Cape as well. Sunstrike is going to connect. What a huge kill from Nisha. Gutter is going to be the target instead. Vacuum onto 4 with the Crystal Maiden ulti on top. Will still turn this one around. Nikke with the damage reduction, as you mentioned. Staying alive. That fight looked like it was going to be everything for Team Spirit.
That was so close, man, but the lifesteal on this Luna is crazy. You have the Mask of Madness, the damage reduction. That was like vacuuming to a Boundless into a perfect freezing field. Level 2, mind you, and even still, like, they were really close, Spirit. I think if they win that fight, they could even threaten tier 4s, but now Liquid is getting... They might get Aegis from this. It's a 27-second spawn on their side of the map, so... You probably want to take... I mean, there's a tier 1 tower with full HP on the bottom side. That's the problem. With Glyph available, you probably Glyph this if you're Spirit. You don't want to give this away.
Oh, look at that fight. The replay right now.
Yeah.
Laurel feels indestructible until his BKB ends, and instantly comes the Boxy buyback as well. This Sunstrike from Nisha was so freaking clutch. Laurel was like, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. Boom.
Look at Yatoro. He got so much lifesteal with that one Boundless. I mean, look at this. But even then, the CM was bouncing those glaives, and it just dealt so much damage with the Alacrity on the Monkey King.
Huge fight. And it's, again, a perfectly even game coming through. Everyone's looking for a fight. They have a ward up the high ground. Scan v scan. Both of them get connected. They might think they're already in the Roche pit, though. There might be a wild jump from Mira to check out the pit.
They have a smoke, but it's actually being brought by the courier. So Spirit are late, but thankfully for them, Liquid is not forcing this. So they might be able to buy time for the smoke to get there.
Yatro just missed a stun onto one of the Voker Forged Spirits.
It was
right in front of him. Just
using 4D chess, looking for someone in the trees. Okay, you don't have the same brain that Yatro does.
The smoke coming in, the mine explodes, knowing exactly where Mira is running. More mines all over the place. They smoke up right in front of their enemies. Smokes are broken now. Neck on neck. Gotta zoom out because there's going to be a lot of action coming through.
Okay, they scout
Larl
the Roshan
is
beam.
playing high ground gaming. Mickey. The Kanda does so much damage though. There's a surge on Larl, but he can't go in. It's too risky, too dangerous at this stage. Jump back, toss back onto 33. Can he get his spells up? Pops a BKB Bloodstone, Torrent Storm as well. They're going to find the kill onto Mira, but they don't find the kill onto 33. Buyback comes through to join the fight. Maposka Sunstruck on the side, but there is a catch onto Nisha. Has a BKB pop. Will be able to try and disengage. The target's going to be 33. He does not have any spells left in the tank, and they will find the Kunkka. Looking for more is going to be Mickey. Mickey is the huge target. He doesn't have a BKB on Mickey left, and Mickey is going to be found out. They're chasing one after another. All the cooldowns of Liquid are gone, and they're just going to get overwhelmed by Team Spirit.
That was really good for Spirit. They were able to force the Torrent Storm for some cooldowns, soft reset back into the fight, and that's how they were able to take it. You cannot fight into the run buff, and this time they were able to just delay its duration and re-engage. Surprisingly, they're going for the barracks here. They know there's no buyback on Tunisia, and this is a huge opening.
And there are no creeps though. That's a bit of a problem.
Just go through it.
They have to run. Surge! Collapse! Surge the creeps! Come on! It's on cooldown still, but gotta get them there as soon as possible. Collapse! Come on! Surge! There we go.
Too slow. Okay, he cancels the TP on Lara. This is awkward, but they're gonna get it.
He will at least get the bottom set of racks. Look toward mid as well. Only the two supports left standing at the moment anyway. And as you mentioned, they know there's no Nisha buyback.
Alright, so they're gonna get 2 lanes, possibly Roshan as well. Can Liquid get formation into the Roshan pit? Probably not. It's a dire Rosh. The outpost is gonna be controlled by Spirit. Finally, it feels like Spirit has regained total control over this game. This is really hard to come back from now.
That's also dire Rosh, so now you're gonna have to deal with the cheese on top of the Aegis. Which, obviously, you know, Banner has advantages, blah, 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 but the cheese. Cheese is just a save me button in this game.
Yatro did finish that Revenant's Brew which we were talking about. Very, very powerful item. Oh, they are smoking
here. They do
here.
Scan it. They Sunstruck the pit. They know it's dropping. Can they get there in time? It is taking it pretty close. Collapse and Mira blocking the entry. Jump in onto Boxy. Tornado comes flying through. It's gonna at least connect in towards the pit, but the Aegis has been secured. Mira's gonna die back. They know he's taking care of the problem here. Larl chasing in after Insania, but a nice wall placement inside the trees makes it really hard for Liquid to fight. Mickey doesn't want to pop his BKB. He's keeping that one in the back pocket to re-engage on the fight. Larl has no mana, eats the cheese just to gain the mana back. In comes the Eclipse charging forward, and that Leshrac, is he going to be able to disengage? Larl will be able to get around the corner. Split Earth onto Mickey. No BKB available on the Luna. No support coming through either. Larl is going to die to just the Moonglaves, but they lose Mickey in the process.
Oh my god, at least 33 survives going to be able to deal with the base here. So many creeps doing damage to the tier 4s. They have buyback on Mickey and tier 2 top, so this game's not over. And, I mean, this is not a bad outcome for Liquid. You take out the Aegis and you also kill the Leshrac, which means there's no chance for a high ground push before everyone is back up for Liquid. You know, it's not the ideal scenario, but they're still, like, slowly dragging this. The problem is, it feels like the gold advantage is big enough for Gaben to only give Liquid a 7% chance. That's actually a little bit less than I expected. I thought it was going to be like at 20% or something.
7%'s a little bit insane, though.
Yeah.
I give them more than 7% chance to win this.
Yeah,
and that
I agree.
fight could have gone horribly wrong for Team Spirit if they didn't have that Aegis plus cheese. Because Laurel as well, he ran out of mana instantly in the fight.
Definitely. They get the Boxy Shard, not too shabby. Looks like 33 has a Craggy coat now, so that extra armor. I mean, nice usually, but there is already the Brooch on the Monkey King, so he will be doing a lot of magic damage. I wonder if it does work on the Wukong's command, do you buy pipe on someone?
Probably not. You just maybe get refreshers on your cores, so you have double BKB.
True.
I think that's your best bet at this stage. Yeah, Nisha doesn't even have the shard yet, or the Agnum Scepter, which I find a little bit surprising. I think that shard, especially with the Torn Storm Mamokamo that they can throw out and Ghost Ship, should be a pretty big plus. He's going for more of a right-click Foker build.
Yeah, the Prosma definitely is a bit weird. I guess it amplifies the Kanka damage, amplifies Luna's Eclipse, but it does feel a bit out of place.
I want Eclipse. I want big, fat, my entire PC screen just freezes because of all the particle effects going through.
Yeah, hopefully my PC is not running this stream because it is so hot in here. Like, he's making so much noise as Miposhka. Good use Scepter.
There's a save from Laurel with the Wind Waker. Miposhka's still going to be the target. And they will find a kill. Collapse actually running for it. Nice vacuum onto 3. The swap to try and keep Mickey out of there, but they're losing their other heroes with a super good play coming in from Collapse. Yeah, that Split Earth. That was also already a previous Split Earth from Laurel in that area. So you have to deal with double Split Earth, Vacuum Wall, Avalanche, too many AoE control spells.
We're gonna try buyback here.
Double buyback on the Radiant side. Flying through. Laurel doesn't actually have anything left, so if he gets X-marked, he is in trouble. Tornado is just gonna miss Yaturu. He does have a double damage rune. Gets the Wukong's command down. Sunstrike will find the kill. He's gonna go in onto Mickey. Mickey pops the BKB. Yaturu is gonna chase him down. Mickey forced to the side. And no BKB on the Monkey. And no BKB on the Luna. Mira has the Yules. Has a BKB on the Tiny as well.
Alright. Oh, can they get... I mean, even if they get the X, there's no way they can stop this, so... Mira should be fine. Good bait there from Liquid, but you spent a lot of buybacks for one Leshrac kill, pretty much. Yeah, unless you force this Leshrac buyback, you're not happy with this whatsoever.
Yeah, luckily enough, the Luna does still have a buyback available. It's almost level 25. They tend to go for the Lunar Blessing damage talent, which I always find sad because mini stun is hog.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. But well, yeah, I don't think he's gonna go for it. The damage, especially if he's going Rapier, just feels a bit better.
I mean, if you already are going for Rapier, that's all the damage you need. Just get the Eclipse mini stun and keep the Monkey from actually hitting a Boundless Strike.
Well, he does have a BKB, but I don't necessarily disagree with you. I think I really like the mini stun, especially when you can drop a Sacred Relic. Not a Sacred Relic. The what's the name of the tier 4 neutral? Timeless Relic, because then you can't BKB if it's only you being mini stun. Feels pretty good. That extra stun duration.
And of course, next Roche is going to be a Dire Roche, so it's going to be an Agnum Scepter Roche. If you manage to get that, free Eclipse Godness coming out.
Yeah, he already got the damage, man, so might as well give up on that. Might as well forget about it, as Spirit here, smoking. They know if they get even one pick off on an important core, the game could be over, although that tier 2 tower is still on the top side, so they would have to force straight up throne, and with those mines, Liquid knows exactly where to run.
Also, Crystal Maiden has a BKB, Tiny has a BKB, everyone has BKBs. That's not something you see too often, where even the supports have a BKB on the Dire side. Mira tries to get the drag back.
Oh, they don't get the X. That would be... You know, at least you force a BKB there, but nothing happens.
Yeah, even then, Mira's close to his own Wind Waker, so
Rapier.
you're gonna have...
I think Rapier is coming here. There you go. Straight up done, and they're gonna smoke with that Rapier timing. We saw Liquid take a game out of... Was it PSG? I don't remember. They won a very important game with a Rapier and Luna.
Drag back, pops the BKB. Can they get the kill? Insania dropping low. Has the Aghanim Scepter, so he will have a second round to play. Laurel needs to quickly be careful, because he just got a Kanda hit and it hurt him for a third of his HP.
And that was no crit. That was just a normal Kanda hit. If he gets that crit, things get even more scary.
Comes a charge from Yatro. 2-man stun comes in. Root as well. Avalanche from Mira. Dropping pretty low, but there's going to be the toss-back play onto Boxy. The Techies is about to drop. He's trying to get all the mines placed as he can. Torrent Storm plus Ghost Ship flying through, and it will be the kill onto Mira. Miposhka is going to be the next target. There's the punch coming out from Collapse. Mickey just walking away. BKB has been used, though.
Oh, blank forward.
Carl's actually chasing for the
Missed the
kill
splitter.
coming in. Swap comes out. Mickey gets out of there. Mira's going to go for the toss-back. X-Mark to get Mickey back into a favorable position, but now he's going to get controlled, and whoa, punch to the side, gets the Satanic heal off, kills off Laurel in 2 seconds, looking for Yatro. Yatro, the Monkey King, is in trouble. Toss away from Mira. He has the toss, requires no target to try and keep Yatro out of there. Sunstrike comes in, is not going to connect onto Yatro, and will they chase for more is the question, and the answer seems to be no. Roche has respawned right now, though.
I mean, I think this benefits Liquid. Maybe you can force this Leshrac buyback. We'll see how... The lanes are a big problem, though. They need a way to deal with the lanes and then march top. That Satanic was so clutch for Mickey. You get the damage with the Lucent Beam, you get the damage with the Moonglaze, and he was like 200 HP there. It looked close. If he dies, the game's probably over.
I mean, that was such a team effort. It was insane. You had the swap save, then he gets tossed back, but he gets hit mid-air by 33 with the Kunkka X mark to make sure Mickey doesn't get put in a very uncomfortable position. Then with, as you said, like 200 HP left, gets himself the Satanic off, heal, back to full.
Yeah, still no Shivas, no Skadi on this Monkey King. He's going for a Daedalus. So this lifesteal build not being punished whatsoever here by Spirit, as they will march towards Roshan. It did get scouted by Spirit. Liquid probably aware.
And after that fight, Gaben now gives them 8%.
All right, yeah. Well, it is
Big
5
change
in
up.
my side, but... oh, it's back to 8. So Gaben's very undecisive right now.
That is Roshan. Aghanim Scepter Roche, very important. Of course, the Radiant side, they're also looking at, it's only 2 minutes left until we have our buybacks.
They gave up on Roche, I think. BK has to TP mid to deal with the lanes, and Spirit instantly goes back to the pit.
Well, Nisha, what are you going to go for? Radial Deafening Blast, probably, or Quaswax Exort passive effects. I mean, you are technically a right-click poker.
Yeah, you know, I'm surprised they didn't TP Nisha with X so that he could still be in that area. I feel like they just gave away Spirit of Roche here. Are they waiting for like a timing I'm not aware of? What is... Are they close? Okay, they got Refresher on Kunkka. I guess this was not shown. Maybe we can bait a fight out of this. It is a big timing with 25 on Kunkka. So you have Ghost Ship Fleet, you have Torrent Storm, Shard. The amount of spells is bonkers here.
Nisha actually did go for the Quaswax Exort passive effects.
Oh.
Did actually not expect that.
Well, I guess it increases the
Does a lot
alacrity a
of
little
damage,
bit,
though.
right? Yeah. Your alacrity is gonna be slightly
He
stronger.
does 400 auto attack damage per hit. It's
Yeah.
not little.
Very, very true. And he's going for a shard here. I wouldn't be mad if he buys it. He's very far away from his buyback, so might as well have the shard and just fight with 1400 gold in his inventory. Oh wait, Luna's buying something. Mika's Courier is on the dire
he
side.
sold his pieces. He wanted to buy Refresh Orb, but he's too far away from it.
Or sold something. Soti's boots.
Yeah, he actually is going for refresher. Double BKB seems to be a little bit too important at this stage.
For sure. Double BKB, double Satanic. Do you reset Kanda when you go for the refresher?
I would assume so. It has to be.
Yeah, I mean, that honestly, that could be a big burst of damage if he gets it off.
Wukong's down from Yatoro. By the way, did he take the free ags? Yeah, it seems so.
He did, yes. The clones are a bit far away though. They're not doing damage to the tower.
Actually gonna back off. There's an XP rune. Possible Tormentor that they can still yoink. I mean, everyone in this game is lacking shards, so...
True.
Like, Nisha... Okay, Radiant side. We have... None on Nisha. On the Dire side,
3.
No Tiny, obviously. No Darkseer. No Monkey King. No Monkey King is surprising.
I agree. It's a really good shard. And this is a game where you can even dodge X, right? You get X back, but you boundless strike into it. You become invulnerable through it. So, pretty surprising. But, you know, he's kind of 5 slotted now. I would be surprised if he doesn't buy it. I guess he is just banking on it being dropped, but he's not going to get it since it's either going to be Collapse or Mirror.
This was a previous fight down bottom lane where 33 was forced to pop his spells preemptively, and honestly they had nothing left to throw at them once their BKBs were used. Laurel then going in, forces the BKB onto Nisha, forces the BKB onto Mickey. And because they're not re-engaging, they have to just run. But they're all trying to help each other, and that's going to cost them all their lives.
Yeah, that fight, like, if the avatars wasn't that perfect, maybe Mickey gets his BKB off, you know, with that alacrity. You pop your shard, maybe you can turn it around. But the amount of lockdown is honestly not that big on Spirit, but they've been chaining it really well. Like avatars into Boundless or avatars into Split Earth. They're very mobile with both Blink and Lash and Tiny. So very, very nicely timed by them, as it is a collapse shard. It's alright.
He's also got the AoE Surge now, which is always neat. There's a nullifier on the Fokker though, so a lot of these nice buffs will be removed. That means Wind Waker saves are not going to be that big of a problem.
That's huge, yeah. This nullifier makes things much harder. They have 2, right? 2 nullifiers. And I think you also dispel Boots of Bearing, if I'm not mistaken.
Potentially.
Yeah, I know that with against Shadow Demon
so.
It doesn't work. You don't really get the move speed. So I'm assuming it is because you're dispelled, not because you're set to 0 move speed.
Okay, so another Wukong's command coming down. And that is going to be the push forward, toss back play. Mira almost gets blown up by the mines inside the Radiance base. There's going to be a ghost ship thrown out with the fleet charging forward. Lift up onto Laurel, who needs to be a little bit careful. Is actually dropping very low. Has the cheese, will be able to disengage thanks to the Wind Waker, but Laurel needs to be very careful there.
Okay, very patient for 23. Didn't use his refresher. Just trying to see if he can get away with his cooldowns, and it looks like Spirit, they will not pressure.
Senior doesn't have a buyback available. He bought the cloak, so he actually doesn't have the money for a buyback.
Oh.
Going in, rain tracks dropped. Malirax is all that separates them from Magas. Mickey pops the BKB just in time. Kill onto Mira is going to come through with the nullifier. Disengaging is a little bit tougher. X marked. In comes the Sunstrike as well onto Yatro. Refresh on both, but there's going to be the vacuum wall inside the Wukong. Everyone's refresh is coming through. Mickey's trying to heal it up. Can he get it going? Yes, he can with the refresh. Second round of the BKBs. And Mickey with the damage. Oh my god, Yatro is now going to get surrounded by the Radiant side, and Yatro in trouble. Found out, finished off, and Mickey with the refresher orb, second round of the Satanic going ham.
Dude, that was incredible. It was so close to 100 HP again, but the run buff, he gets the shard, that refresher totally, like the amount of lifesteal once he dropped the Lucent Beam with Alacrity, it was off the charts. I mean, his item build has been perfect, I think, on Mickey. Like, every single item, like, making it count. Once he got the BKB, we saw them taking really good fights. The Satanic has been good for the entire game, and Spirit never really attempting to itemize against it, just itemizing for themselves. And now there's an amplified damage rune on this Rapier Luna. 1,000 damage with no Alacrity. Let's go.
The BKBs are just too fly. Mickey did not care whatsoever. He was surrounded by enemies. Even his Moonglaves was just killing them. His shard.
Alright, so if you're Spirit here, there's tier 2s on top and bottom. You probably don't want to buy back, so ideally you wait. But what if Liquid tries to poke tier 4s?
They have a fortification. Tier 3 drops another fortification.
Well, they're going. Look at the balls on Mickey.
Yatoro buying back makes things a little bit scary. The bottom lane is being pushed in as well.
They're gonna back.
But they won't get themselves the racks in mid. They're actually going to disengage. Their tier 4 are dropping right now. They only have a melee racks left. Let's see if Gaben... Okay, Gaben gives them 18% now, so it's a little bit closer to even.
That's an interesting trade, right? Like, in a way, you don't get barracks, so your lane control is still awful. But you did force that buyback on Yatoro. I think the ceiling for the move that you ended up going for is higher, because if you kill this Monkey King, the game's probably over. But on average, you probably take the barracks just because it's safer. So we'll see if Liquid, they've been going for some pretty crazy plays, so we'll see if they're going to be able to abuse this buyback. No Roche for at least a minute.
We're getting closer to level 30s as well. It's still a little bit to go, but eventually Yatoro might get himself the shard this year.
Hopefully.
Now he's gonna go rapier. Shard.
What do you sell for your rapier here? BK. Okay, already. What did he sell?
That's a good question. I just looked at it like a second ago.
Yeah, me too. Okay, they buy the rapier and they're gonna smoke immediately. They really want to try and utilize the spike. But 33, that's not the target you want to find.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Vi is actually available for Nisha if he wants to, but he's saving buyback for now.
Yeah, he needs a little bit more gold and then he can buy the recipe.
Very long Roshan.
60 more gold on the Voker so that he can buy the recipe and have buyback available.
So there is Glyph on the side of Liquid, but potentially Spirit could try and brute force the barracks. You are against Avenge though, so that is the scary part.
And there are a bunch of mines from Boxy in the Radiant side, so if you get swapped in an uncomfortable position, all these every mine gives you what, 20% more magic damage? 25% magic resistance reduction per mine, so that stacks up very quickly.
Mickey going for a second rapier, by the way.
Oh, Boxy.
Good position.
Quickly trying to disengage. They're all running away, being hunted by Team Liquid. Miposhka trying to break the smoke, which he does immediately.
Yeah, plants the ward, breaks the smoke. Very nicely done. Has the gem, has the BKB.
Finya is looking for a swap, but they're a bit too far away.
Oh, good ward from Insania though. Getting some vision in the high ground.
Bottom lane's gonna get pushed in soon, so they have to be careful on Liquid.
You can XTP, you have travels on this Luna, so you can backpack an item. Travels back and still have a low cooldown on it. But they're gonna run instead, alright.
Crystal Maiden level 25, Tiny is level 26, so he has the Avalanche cooldown reduction. Radiant support's nowhere close to the required level to get the cool talent. I mean, obviously, Bo3 would get the 252 damage talent on the techies, because right-click techies is the way.
The experience spread is really weird this game. It's only a 13% experience difference for Spirit, but it feels like Liquid scores, they have a little bit more experience, right? You have Nisha a bit ahead of Laurel, Mike pretty much tied with Yatoro, and 33 just slightly close to collapse as well.
Top lane, creeps are pushing in. That's dangerous. That's the melee racks that can drop.
Yeah, they ping it out.
And Roche is up in 5.
But they want to poke the base. They don't want Spirit to set up for Roche, so they're gonna try and poke this so that there's no glyph as well. Then they know this.
Lift for 25 seconds. The swap comes out. They drag back collapse. Wukong's comes down. 2-man bound the strike. They need to disengage. 33 is losing a lot of HP against that Rapier Gaming. And the Dire use most of their spells, but they do manage to get a kill onto Insania.
Oh, collapse fights too.
Can he get more? Mira's chasing in with the Avalanche onto the Insania Illusion. BKB TP out by 33, and they're going to disengage. But a painful attempt to poke them by Team Liquid.
All right, I mean, we're 2 minutes away from tier 5s. We might get there, actually.
Ooh. Seriously.
All right, so is there an argument for unwavering condition if you were Liquid? There he is, right? It's like, it's only magical damage. This Monkey King is a magical damage beast. And then you have a Strike and a Darkseer as cores.
To be fair, that is actually... no, I think the biggest problem is Luna's illusions that come from the Darkseer. Would, like, one-shot you.
I mean, she has a rapier. Those are not strong illusions. Like,
I mean, it still has a Kanda and...
You're gonna lose... Like, Venge
Aura.
has literally 1900 HP. There's no way that Insania doesn't get unwavering condition.
Okay,
if it
Insania
drops.
actually might get it, because it's actually pretty good on Insania. But I would not get it on the Luna. That would
No, yeah, I mean, for the supports. I think both techies...
Techies actually... He's got decent armor.
Yeah.
Maybe. Actually, if Insania did go for the Wave of Terror, steals 20% of reduced damage and armor, if he went for that one, I would say yes. Because then he just run around with insane amounts of armor.
Well, we'll see if he even...
But Seer Stone's too good on a Vengeful Spirit. It's insane.
Yeah, it is pretty good. It is really, really good. So what are the good neutrals here? Let's say if you were this Luna, you probably want Deso level 2, right?
Let me see. Apex is not bad.
Because you're not really right-clicking all that much, so Part Hat's a bit...
Force Boots?
Force Boots is
I know
nice.
it's not...
Yeah, I like it, actually. I like it.
The movement speed especially is... Because considering you sold your boots...
You get a Dispel as well, so you can Dispel Frostbite, you Dispel Crystal Nova. There's a lot of stuff that you can actually do with it.
And for supports, it's pretty much Book of Shadows or Seer Stone most of the time.
Bo3 got 5 bounties here. This game has been so focused on 5 manning that no one was bottom for 15 minutes, apparently.
Oh, he's also looking for that win, but it might be a fight between Bo3 and Mira for that Wisdom Rune. But Mira's gonna grab it sooner, and then,
Hello.
No! You don't have a gem. That's a lie. Actually, Bo3...
Second toss?
He can't TP away because of the Avalanche cooldown reduction. And
Oh, yeah.
on the run, Glimmer Cape doesn't really help you. Trickster's Cloak doesn't really help you. Reactive Taser. Anything you have. Roche dies in the meantime while Bo3's being chased on the other side of the map. Is that an Ag
Yeah, that's gonna be Nihilism for Lash. Oh, they give it to him. I mean, he does have BKB in 25. You don't see Crystal Maidens this
And
strong
Boots of
in
Bearing.
Maitu.
So
Yeah,
you zoom around the team fight.
That's attackers with no buy as well. Like, This is looking really rough for Liquid. Did they buy that second rapier?
Yeah.
I think they
He
need
has
it.
in 5 seconds.
Okay. Oh, okay. The courier is also okay. He did buy the second rapier. Locks the sacred relic.
I mean, the risk of it not being locked and they kill your career would
Yeah.
be very
would.
sad.
I guess you have to backpack your Manta now as this Luna. Oh, fight started.
Swap in Yatoro, but quickly gets the turnaround. Kill secured. They did buy back onto Boxy. And he has a buyback as well.
Okay, so the plan for Mickey is actually second. Like it's gonna be his second rapier in the base. He's not gonna equip both.
Nah, it's just in case he dies. Buy back quickly, run back in with the new rapier and go ham. I think he cannot risk losing any of the items in his inventory.
Yeah, it's definitely very, very hard. As we are seeing now, Nisha farming tier 5s. Didn't really get a drop. He got one drop.
He sold his Hand of Midas previously, so that's a little bit sad. Would have been a guaranteed quick tier 5.
Yeah, if he maybe gets to that 30 as well. The electric damage speed would be nice to have.
Oh, he has a pirate hat on Nisha. Yar, matey.
I mean, he does have the beard for it with this cosmetic, so I like it. 33, no neutral yet.
Okay, let's see. Pirate hat on Monkey. And what other... Okay, everyone's still
CM
busy choosing.
He's holding, yeah.
Yeah, they're all choosing. Okay, Giant's Ring on Lesh. That's pretty scary.
Oh, that's awesome. Just getting the extra move speed feels so good when you have to give up your boots.
Seer Stone on Crystal. Oof.
That's a scary CM.
As a support, getting Seer Stone, it feels like the biggest... Luna went Seer Stone as well. Mickey's just going long range canvas smacks.
Okay.
Zap, zap, zap.
Huh.
Also, the Seer Stone vision that you gain when they push high ground is really huge. He's going for the equipped Aghanim Scepter next, so you're gonna have a nice range to drop it on your opponents.
So 33 still holding on his, so not sure what exactly he wants to pick up.
And yeah, 2 mirror shields for both the Darkseer and Tiny, ready inside.
Okay, Nisha found another one. Who's gonna pick it up? It's either one of the supports.
Come on, Venge, get something good.
Force boots,
Force
alright.
boots, it's okay. It's
Do you
okay.
know you can use it on Alice? It's like it's like a force staff. You can actually dispel and move allies. It's really good. I think a lot of people don't know about it.
I did not know that you could. To be fair, I never get that item because when I see Seer Stone, it's like mine.
Yeah, 350 cast range is amazing. As this Aegis, pretty much gonna be a farming Aegis here. 1 minute. Doesn't feel like Spirit is eager on doing anything.
Still need a neutral item. Okay, Giant Ring on the Kunkka. They still need one for
Techies.
the techies.
Yeah. They have 2 mirror shields, so there's gonna be some reflected Lucent Beams, probably.
And last one for Boxy. Okay, what's it gonna be, Boxy? Seer Stone. Okay, they've got double Seer Stones. They're ready to rumble. Team Spirit very admirably gave them time to collect all the neutral items. Look at this. Laurel looking to run through the trees. Same with 33. Laurel has an equipped Aghanim Scepter currently as well. There's the
Fine,
Ava,
Volker.
but no toss back. Swap comes in. Mira in a little bit of a tricky situation. Can he get away? BKB's about to end, but he's got the allies Yules coming in. Drag back. Mira Tiny might just lose his life here, and indeed they will sacrifice that Tiny. While in the meantime, the Malirax top still standing, so still no megas being secured. This game might go a lot longer than we initially expected.
That's the 3rd rapier being purchased by Mr. Mickey here. He got another one. Why not?
I mean, why not? You got money for days. And if you die, your Foker might pick it up. He's a right-click Foker anyway.
Did
Mickey?
he just... What?
He just randomly eclipsed. They won't notice that it went nighttime for a second there.
Huh. Well, there's a tormentor here, so might as well do it. They are lacking the shard of no one, so it's just
No
gold.
one. So that's money. Nisha's going for his own Wind Waker.
Dude, look at me, Poshka farming creeps. Just like, if we can hover to the Crystal Maiden, like she's attack is so fast. He's actually ahead of 33 net worth. He's just farming like a madman.
He's about to beat Nisha. Free Axe does help significantly, and free shard. But
Lara also has a free ag, so not really an argument.
oh, 33.
Good swap.
Quick swap to save. Sunstrike the scout. Miposhka sidesteps. They find Laurel. Actually, another Torrent connects, but it's too risky to take a full-blown engagement in this position for both these teams.
Yeah, I mean, and it is
No BKB's
nighttime.
forced.
So Liquid, they are very confident leaving the base. It is just... Actually, this Luna has 2100 vision because of the Seer Stone. So it's even crazier, the advantage they have in the nighttime.
I kind of just need to... Okay, that is kind of insane, yeah.
Yeah.
Luna sees everything. For them, it's just straight up daytime then. Mickey wants to get that level 25, so he has the Eclipse loose and Mini Stun coming in. The swap out there, that's dangerous for the Lesh. Laurel pops the BKB, doesn't have a refresher, so that's going to be out the fight for a while. The drag back comes through, but they should be able to disengage on the Radiant side. Ghost Ship Fleet has been used though.
First
On the
Wukong's
side,
is down.
Mira wants to get the toss back. Amira is going to try and fly his way to safety. Right click, one more needed. Mira is going to blow up to Boxy. But in response, Insania is going to be left behind. That's going to be both the Radiant supports dropping dead. Insania with the swap actually stuns up Laurel for a little bit longer. Trying to run away. Glimmer Cave, Force Boot save out of there. And on the side, that's going to be a great vacuum wall by Collapse. Can he get more going? Yatoro with the Wukong's command. 33 is on the run. He does not have much left. Turned around by Mickey with the alacrity buff. Can he go for Yatoro? No, he cannot. They are going to be forced all the way back. Laurel with the Hex onto Mickey. The Luna needs to get his satanic heal going. He's going to get rooted up. Gets one heal with the Kanda, and he's back to almost full HP. Still on the run. Is going to get tossed up by Mira, and the swap save attempt. Mickey is flying up into the sky. They're trying everything to keep Mickey alive, but he is going to finally drop dead on the back end. 33 is down as well. They do have buybacks available on a couple, but the supports from Liquid will not rejoin the fight. Actually, in 10 seconds, Boxy is his.
Alright, so there's a second Rapier here, which gets picked up by... I don't even know... Is the Crystal Maiden the Rapier? Who has a Rapier? Tiny has it.
Oof. Those buildings are going to drop.
There's still
get tree volley now.
On Liquid, though. And yeah, the only buyback they don't have is Insania. This is still possible. It's just... This Monkey King... The Boundless Strikes are doing so much damage. They get the Megas. Oh, this buyback seems odd.
Yeah, they're a little bit afraid of the Ancient dropping quickly, and they need all the mines they can get. Yatoro, Wukong's command attempt is going to quickly get hit by the Nullifier. Nisha trying to go for the fight. Mickey pops the BKB. Can he get the damage in? There's a very obnoxious Aghanim Scepter from the Lesh going through. They lose Boxy, but Mickey is still alive and kicking, looking for the Miposhka kill. The Crystal Maiden is even too tanky to kill. Mickey has no refresher available, but blows up the Monkey King instantly. Mira with the toss-up. Mickey, he's looking for some lifesteal, and Mira is the target that he's looking to gain it from. Mickey, can he get anywhere? No, he cannot. Surrounded by enemies, and that should be the finisher. 33's got nothing left in the bag. He actually has his Aghanims in his backpack. Will be taken down, and it will be game number 2 going to Team Spirit in 60